What's up going on? Everyone out there in TV land.
What's good?
YouTube. If you're on your TV, your cell phone, tablet, whatever.
iPad.
All that part. Welcome to another 501 Witty podcast.
Smartwatch.
Hey, there you go. I'm the Phoenix. Bobby, tell him.
Well, he basically just told you who I am, so.
Photo Mac.
The Photo Mac. Little Rock photographer here. I no longer have Facebook, so follow me on Instagram at the Photo Mac.
And everything be in the description box to get you guys in the right direction. We have a very, very special guest in the building. Long time coming. Long time friend too. Mika.
Very long time.
Let everybody know who the fuck you are.
I am Mika Richard. I am the owner, CEO and owner of Treatery. Home base for right now, bakery business, treatery business, but we'll say bakery because that's what everybody is familiar with.
Correct.
People are not familiar with what a treatery is because it's actually not really a word. It's something that I'm working on. Yeah.
You made it a word.
Working on taking it all the way so that it is a word you'll be able to Google.
It's a word to me.
Yeah. So that's who I am.
I've never heard that word.
Well,
I've
a bakery,
around,
usually when you go to a bakery, it's baked goods. That's why they call it a bakery. A treatery is a place, I feel like, where there's all types of treats. Unbaked treats, candy, everything.
They was about to say from everything from baked to all
your
down to
sweet,
candy,
one-stop shop. The Treatery, Treatery.
Nice.
Tell the people a little
The
bit.
only one of its kind.
No, I mean, to my knowledge. Tell people a little bit about yourself.
I am 36. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Already?
Let's see. I was originally in the healthcare field before I started this. This just happened to be a blessing from God when I needed something else. I needed a change. I did not know what it was when I prayed for something new, and this is what He gave me, which was a shock to me because I have absolutely no culinary background whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. So you said you couldn't even make mac and cheese?
Now wait a minute, I can do that. I can make mac and cheese. I've always had a love for cooking. Like I love good food. I mean,
Hey, you looking good over there.
I love good food. I've always had, like I said, a love for good food. But like baking and stuff like that, no. I mean, I might can make some brownies out of a box or something.
Okay. Follow the instructions.
Right, because all you do is put a little water in that thing, some eggs, some oil, and put it in the
marijuana.
oven and now wait a minute. Listen, working on that.
Hey, it's coming. There ain't no wrong.
Working on it.
That's
crazy. I never had a background in baking. I never really even wanted to bake. So like I said, it was a shock to me when all of this fell into place because I couldn't bake anything. I couldn't bake nothing from scratch.
Gotcha.
Last year when all this came about, I had never baked anything from scratch.
So how long you been doing this?
A year.
A year.
And I mean, look at the turnaround. She said she was working, another job, full time.
See, that's.
And go ahead.
What did you do in the medical field? Like what?
I was a sleep disorder specialist, and my specialty was in pediatrics. So
you did a lot of time in school too, huh?
No, not really. No, it was quick,
Okay.
but that's what I did. I was used to going to the hospital, working 3 nights a week, 3 12s, and that was my life. That's what I actually thought. I would retire from that in about 20 years, and I guess God saw different because I no longer work there.
Amen.
I'm not in the medical profession anymore.
Can we speak a little bit to that transition? You said you were doing something you thought you'd do long term.
Yes.
Then you said you prayed about something different. If you don't mind sharing to the people at home, what made you get in that mindset, I want to do something different? Was it stress at work?
Yeah, the environment was toxic.
Okay.
And I think it was more so because, you know how sometimes it seems like managers don't want to manage.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of the issue. And so I was like, I love what I do, but it's just, sometimes everything that comes along with it, like people don't understand how, when you tell somebody, oh, you do a good job, but you go above and beyond, but I'd like for you to go above her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go above that.
They keep trying to add more to your power, but don't want to compensate you financially and all that good stuff.
Well, listen, they pay absolutely amazing. When I tell you, all of this is different for me because I walk, you walk away from security and guaranteed to the unknown. And it just was, I was like, am I crazy? Like, am I crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was paid so well that what they would do is, and I was told this is funny, when I went to actually interview for the position, my boss at the time told me, we're going to pay you so good that you're not going to ever want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that, at that time, I didn't think about you're never going to want to leave, even with all the hell that you may go through.
Gotcha.
But my thing has always been, my parents raised me, peace of mind.
Correct.
A peace of mind is worth more than any dollar amount. So, yeah.
I'm listening. You man, hey, you spoke to me right there.
Absolutely.
I was preaching to you this morning.
Preaching right there. Peace of mind.
Peace of
Man,
mind.
look, if you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing.
I mean, which is true because even if you think just in the macro of it, a lot of people are rich as hell out here, and they still find themselves miserable.
And they miserable
I mean,
and
the reason for
unhappy.
suicide, things like that,
Yes.
relationships crumble.
Drugs.
When I tell you, I was
Hard.
so unhappy. I was like, I know, like, at this point, I was like, God, I know this is not my end. I know this is not it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost like, how sometimes when you ask God for something, and he may show you or he may tell you, and then you be like, oh, that is not what I wanted you to tell me.
Correct.
And so you'll continue on doing what it is you're doing, even though he has shown you this is going to be your way out. So that's what happened to me. And it took me, honestly, almost dying to fall in line with this.
Well, I'm glad you saw the light and went that direction.
Yeah.
You never need no more people losing their lives.
The Lord said you're gonna be baking cookies. I was like, what? Who?
Talk about your first batch. Let's say your first time in the kitchen. I'm doing this for sport. Maybe I'm gonna sell. Maybe I'm not. May not sell. I'm gonna see if people like it and see if it tastes good.
Okay.
Talk about
so
that.
what happened was a cousin of mine.
Okay.
Cousin of mine, Evelina. She
Shout out.
asked me to bake her some cookies. And this was at the time where I was still working at the hospital, and I was like, okay. I said yes before I knew it, and I honestly meant to say no. And even if I said yes, I wanted to go back and be like, I don't really bake no cookies. Like, I've seen my mom bake cookies. When we were younger, she used to bake chocolate chip cookies and just give them to people.
Yep.
And so I was like, Mama, well, what's your recipe, Mama? So it's her chocolate chip cookie recipe. And so she was like, well, you're going to have to make those cookies. I was like, yeah, but can't you just do it then? And she was like, no. She asked you. You told her, yeah. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, all of that was a part of the motion then, and I had no idea. So I said, okay, I'll make the cookies. I made her the cookies, and it just so happened to be my actual first night back at work because of COVID and all of that stuff. I had previously been off, and then, where I worked, that department closed. I was off sick because I had COVID when it first, came around bad here. And that is when I was sick. And so I made her the cookies. It was my first night back at work. I was like, okay, well, you can come get them, before I go to work or whatever. I made her the cookies, and she was like, how much you want for these? And I was like, nothing. Because my mom never charged for them, so, they're just cookies. And so I told her, nothing, or you just, whatever you want to. It's cool. And so by the time I got to work, she got a dozen of cookies, and she had taken some and let her friends try them. And she texted me at work, and she was like, girl, you need to be selling these. And I was like, what? She was like, you need to be selling these. Now, mind you, what a lot of people do not know is that the chocolate chip cookies, I honestly don't know what they taste like.
Okay.
Because I don't like chocolate chip cookies. I don't like chocolate.
Whoa.
So
Rarity.
I was like, okay, you know, I'll take your word for it. And so she was like, no, you need to be selling them. Like, I have some friends and they want to buy some.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh, you know, okay, with me working and all of that, like, I was not going to be doing that because it's just not something that I was ever passionate about or ever thought that I would be doing is baking cookies. Now, I could cook you something to eat.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to play, then that's me. That's my
Soul
thing.
food,
Holler at
well,
me for that.
put you sleep on the
Absolutely.
couch.
But don't ask me for no cookies and no cakes and none of that stuff because that was not my thing. So, it just so happened that was my, like I said, my first night back at work. And I was terrified because I knew mentally and physically what I had just been through, like having to be separated from my family because, you know, the doctors were saying that they could get sick and all of that kind of stuff, like locked in a room by myself, having to FaceTime my kids, you know, and they just in the next room and I can't see them, I can't touch them, I can't, 8 days. I was in a room 8 days by myself. And it just was hard. And I was like, oh my God, like I got to go back into this, but I love what I do, but Lord, I got to do something else. So it was crazy. That night, they wanted us to wear all of this stuff that I wasn't used to, this PPE and all of that. You know, you learn about it because everybody that works in the hospital that is in a caregiver role, you have to know all those things, like how to put it on, how to take it off, and what it is, and what it's used for. And so they wanted me to wear all that stuff, and I was like, I've never worn this stuff before. Like, I'm claustrophobic. Like, Lord, help me. So my patient, even she was terrified. I walked in the room and she started crying, and I was like, girl, I'm right with you. Like, I want to go home too. She wound up leaving because she was like, I don't feel safe and I'm scared. And so I was like, Lord, I can't do this. So I finished the night. It was a Sunday night. Monday morning, I got off and I went home. And I just sat in the middle of the bed and I cried. I was like, Lord, I don't know what to do, but I can't go back. I'm going to have to quit my job because I'm scared. I'm going to get sick and then my kids going to get sick. You know, because at that time, people was just dying. Dying. And I was like, Lord, if something happened and my kids get sick or my mama gets sick, then what I'm going to do? That's going to be, I'm going to forever live with it. So I sat in the middle of the bed. I stopped crying. I said, Lord, I trust you. I give it all to you. Whatever you have written for me, just be there with me to go through that. And so I went to sleep. I woke up that Tuesday morning, y'all. The next day, I had 40 orders.
Awesome chocolate chip.
40 people wanted cookies from me. And I was like,
That's crazy.
what? How?
That's crazy.
So then I started posting. I was like, oh, okay, well then I got an idea for this and I got an idea for that. And so then my mom said, she said, you know what? This is really funny. She said, because some months ago, I don't even know if you remember, she said, but in the middle of the night, you were like, hey, I think the Lord told me that I'm going to be baking cookies. I said, what? She said, yeah. And so here we are. I was Baker's Dozen because it was cute. I thought it sounded good and all of that. And then I recently rebranded and changed my name and all of that kind of stuff with the help of my good friend, Ebony Kimbrough.
Shout her out.
Yes, Ebony Kimbrough owns EK Professionals, Permanent Cosmetics Institute. When I tell you that she basically took me by the hand, as busy as she is.
Yep.
Took me by the hand and was like, friend, we got to change this name. We got to do this. We got to do that. Come on, let's get it. I think it took maybe all of like 2 days to get everything done.
And I remember I was talking to you around a certain point because I was going to have you on earlier.
Yeah, and
you
that's why.
said, Clyde, give me a chance. I'm going to rebrand. I said, all right, well, I'll step back. Just holler at me when we get done. You know, everything's ready and set in stone. And then we'll have you on.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to rebrand. She was like, I can't market Baker's Dozen Sweet Treats by Mika. It's too much. It's too long. It's 2 names. And so she said, we got to do something else. We got to come up with something else. And we was like, oh my God, like, well, what are we going to call it? What am I call it? What am I say? What am I this? What am I that? And when we finally, I was like, okay, Treatery, because my last name is Richard. And I had been hearing people say, oh my God, like your stuff is so good. Like it's so rich. Like, So I was like, okay, that's it. So rich treatery, rich taste, rich quality, rich experience. And that is the only place that you're going to receive all three of those. Is with me.
So right now, so we won't forget, and we'll do it later on, to tell the people where they can just find you throughout the social media platforms.
Okay, so my Facebook is, Facebook business is Rich Treatery LLC. Instagram is Rich Treatery. Website is www.richtreatery.com.
Already.
Yep.
So when you first started marketing, did you use was it more like social media, or was it like word of mouth, or?
It was, I just started posting pictures and people just was like, my phone
That shit look good, Mika.
was ringing and ringing. Like I have no photography experience, no marketing. Like that is not business. I never saw that for myself. And it's not that I didn't think that I could do it. It just was not what I saw. Like I've never wanted to own my own business. Like I was fine with just, going to work and working. Because that's what I saw my parents do. So, when they did very well, not, owning a business and just going to work and working. They were blessed with great careers. And so.
So now that you have got things going, you've been doing it for a year, any favorites, any least favorites, things you like?
I would say it brings me peace.
Okay.
I can go in the kitchen and I can bake and have all of these issues or something may be bothering me, but when I get in the kitchen, it's almost like I'm in a whole nother world.
Gotcha.
Like I can't hear anything from outside of that bubble. I don't feel any of those feelings that were outside of that bubble. Like it gives me a peace of mind. I would have to say my most favorite thing to do is when people just message me and say, hey, I want something, but I don't know what it is, but I know you can think of something, so here's the money. Just surprise me. And I'm like, okay, well tell me what you like and what you don't like. And then I come up with something.
So you do it all. Anything with sugar in it, you do it all.
I have started to get, now cakes, let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
Cakes, don't ask me about no cakes with all that fancy little stuff and all that stuff on there.
Tell them.
I don't do those things, not yet. I'm working on it, but it's so hard to ice a cake for me anyway, because like I said, no experience. Like I started off and I was like, I just want to do cookies and that's it. So then I had somebody, I'm not going to name her. Yes, I am. Holly made me start making cakes. You remember Holly? Yeah. She made me start making cakes because it was her birthday coming up. And so she said, I really want a cake. I want a cake so bad. And I was like, well, I don't make cakes. I can do you some birthday cookies. You can have some birthday cookies. And she was like, well, I guess I just won't have no cake this year. Oh. And I was like,
she got
Lord, let me.
That reverse psychology.
Yes,
I guess someone had no cake this year.
I said, let me make this girl a cake. And so then it started, okay, well, I could do, a few different little cakes or whatever. Now, my mama, she baked cakes. Like, from scratch. Anything. All of it. Carrot cake, red velvet. Anything that you could think of. Caramel cakes. Her specialty is pound cakes and her lemon-filled ice cake. Yeah.
That sounds good.
And that was never something that I ever wanted to do. But here I am.
So, go ahead.
Do you do cupcakes?
I do. I do cupcakes. I do pies, cobblers.
Yeah, I was saying you just did it was a cookie pie. Something you just did recently.
Oh yeah, that was a little bit back. Okay. But yes, cookie pie is a chocolate chip cookie pie.
Elaborate on it.
Man, the video, man, I was like, what the, oh my goodness.
It is basically a chocolate chip cookie packed into an all butter pie crust and baked.
Bobby.
Ooh, that sounds like that in a slice.
Boy, I looked at that video, I said, man, I can't have that shit, but god damn, it look good.
It sounds like it's good. No, I ain't never heard of a cookie pie.
I ain't had it yet physically, but that's
so you do chocolate chip, you don't do like...
No, I've done chocolate chip, I've done in that one, the white chocolate macadamia. And I think as far as like the cookie pie, just those two.
Are those big sellers?
I have shipped a few out of town. I don't really think people, I guess I don't promote it enough, and I probably should. It may not be a big thing right now, but it will be.
So, question, before we go to commercial break, what is the proper way to order from you? Talk to people like the proper way to approach you, call you, reach out to you, however, place an order.
So, I have a website, but I don't have online ordering on there yet because it's just me. Like, I don't have a team or anything like that. So, the best way to order would be through my Facebook business page, Messenger, or you can email me at richtreatery@gmail.com. I've even had people like you can message me through my business Instagram and order that way also. Like, I'm constantly checking those three things: my email, my Facebook Messenger, my Instagram Messenger. So I'm always on one of those three things. So yeah.
What about turnaround?
Turnaround is usually, for the most part, next day, depending on how booked up I get.
Gotcha.
So like if someone Monday, if they call me Monday and they say, you know what, I want to order cookies, then I can have them ready for them the next day. Unless it's, you know, a specific particular day that they want. But for the most part, yeah, it's usually next day.
What's the largest order you've done?
So,
Like you say, you don't like to have a conventional like business like kitchen oven, I'm assuming.
No.
So I mean, I would imagine like it could be challenging at some time. Like,
yes, it is. And so that's why I said like it's just me. So that's why I have not opened the online ordering until I transition into commercial space where I have massive oven space where I can, you know, because when I tried to launch my website and put the online ordering on there, I had people right then, and I was like, the people are, you know, it just was really, it made me feel good because I was like, oh shoot, I'm not even ready for this yet. Like, I'm just trying to load the pictures and stuff on here, and people were like, you know, I just placed the order on your website. I just placed the order, and I'm like, wait a minute, we ain't doing it, so I had to turn it off. But the largest order was a lady reached out to me in North Carolina.
Oh.
And she has a barbecue business. And she was like, you know what? I've heard about your treats from someone else that lived in North Carolina, because a lot of my people are from out of state. And so she said, I heard about your treats from someone else that lives in North Carolina. She said, and I want 12 of everything that you make.
Whoa. The fuck?
And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, wait. 12 cookies? She was like, no, 12 dozen of everything that you have to put in and sell it in her barbecue restaurant.
So did you fulfill that order?
I did, absolutely.
Congratulations.
How long did it
Absolutely
take?
did. It took me like 3 days.
Oh, God.
Like 3 days.
Oh, man. So,
Yes.
we're going to take a quick commercial break. I got something to elaborate on that on the other side. So, guys, like she said earlier, follow all the social media platforms. Y'all know what to do here. If you haven't done it already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I still don't know what the fuck you're waiting on. And if you are subscribed, we appreciate it. Share the links, comment below, join the discussion, and continue the discussion after the fact. And just let everybody know what we got going on here. We all about positivity, helping out black people, creators, entrepreneurs, and business people alike. And just keeping that connection here locally. So, hey, fuck with us. What you waiting on? See you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Mika Richard with Rich Treatery. You can find me at www.richtreatery.com, Facebook at Rich Treatery LLC, Instagram at Rich Treatery. I want to give a shout out to 501 Witty. Go like and follow their YouTube page. What else? Subscribe. Subscribe.
Alright guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet in between. But we're gonna get right back into Miss Mika and talking about her Rich Treatery. So What question did you have?
So you say you took 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, man, seeing my grandmother cook in the kitchen back in the day, I'm pretty sure a lot of grandmothers did as well, of course, back in the day, old school stuff. You gotta get your sweat on a little bit in the kitchen, I'm assuming.
That's what I wanted to know.
Cause I was like, man, I mean, me personally, I'd be butt fucking naked.
And like, how long, like, what were your breaks? Like, how long did you take? Like,
Jesus,
did you work like 4 hours, take a break, 4 hours?
Yeah.
Like, how did
Well, so I
doing
just
here?
kind of, and it was like at the beginning stages of it where, you know, all of it was so exciting for me. It's still exciting. So it just was almost kind of like a high. And I was just like,
Adrenaline pumping like motherfucker.
yes. And so, but of course, over those 3 days, like I took no extra orders because,
Locked in.
yeah, I was like, okay, I gotta get this. I
Mhm.
gotta get it done. I gotta get it shipped out.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like, even like on a regular day now, so you say you do this full time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say tomorrow or whatever. Are we getting up early, crack of dawn? Are we sleeping in a little bit? 'Cause I need my beauty sleep? Or are we like, what's going on? Like, you don't have a typical day now. Like a regular person get up
Right,
probably,
right.
go to work, come home, grind down. You gotta like cook. You're cooking.
Yeah.
You're baking. So like, tell us a day in the life of Mika regular.
So usually, like I start my mornings, like my baking mornings. I start those at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up, I'm baking like everything because usually, like I say, it's always fresh.
Yeah.
It's never frozen dough or any of that kind of stuff. It's always made fresh.
Mm.
So I start at 5:30, and sometimes it depends. I say that I have quitting hours, which is supposed to be 3:30 in the
Gotcha.
afternoon, but sometimes it goes beyond that because I mean I have people that'll say, I really, really want, and that's what gets me. I really, really wanted to try it, or I really, really wanted to, and I'd be like, okay.
Like Puss in Boots and shit with mine.
Yeah. They show them eyes and say, I really, really wanted to. And so, or either if somebody's like, oh, I was going out of town. And I'm like,
Back in the
I
kitchen.
got it. So, but yeah, that's for the most part, that's it.
That's
I
how
mean,
clean
and
this
then
shit.
like,
You gotta clean, reset, mixing,
when I
you doing
tell
your thing with the
you-
ingredients.
it would be amazing to be able to have a team.
Mm.
I know it'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we're
But,
gonna talk about that in shortly.
Yeah, it'll get there eventually, but right now I'm just still kind of trying to figure my way out because,
Yeah.
like I said, you know, business and all of that stuff. Like this is all, even a year in, still new to me, and I'm still learn something different every day. So
So when it comes to like growth, which is coming down the line, now, first of all, I'm happy as fuck for you, Mika.
thank you.
I mean, going to high school, good old party and shit like that. I am very astonished and I'm proud, just like yourself and people that we grew up with,
Mm-hmm.
to see everyone kind of doing their thing, from real estate to, like I said, from baking.
Mm-hmm.
Even I know people who are great at cutting hair, and they
Right.
charging top dollar. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? I know this one guy, he go all over the state, and sometimes he go out of town, he's highly requested. You know, he charges, of course, a premium price. But the fact that he's so cold with them clippers, that no one else wants, no one touch my hair but this guy.
Yeah.
And he's literally doing his thing. And so I'm like, you know, it's great to see, especially black people. I really get more proud because, like, man, we got so much talent from a musical standpoint, acting standpoint, photography standpoint, videography standpoint. Like I said, back to baking. So I'm happy as fuck for you, Mika.
Thank you.
So continue to, and much blessings to future success. So continue that, like, short term, like, in the year, next year, you have a vision like, you know, a storefront. Like you said, you're going to go to commercial space. Do you even have an idea when you may go here locally, or we're going to leave the state?
Well, I don't want to leave the state. I guess, I don't know. I just say it's in wherever God wants me to go.
Okay.
Wherever He wants me to do, that's what I'll do. Like, I would like my own commercial space.
Mhm.
So, you know, I do know that I want to be worldwide. Like, I want to be everywhere.
Mhm.
I want to be one of those cute little places that when you go to Dubai, there's a Treatery over there. Like, I want to be everywhere.
Like Baskin Robbins and shit is everywhere.
Yes, everywhere.
Hey, that shit
I want to
awesome.
be a worldwide name.
That's awesome. I mean,
that's
you're already kind of nationally because you said somebody in North Carolina fucking with you.
Yeah, I've had some people in other countries. They've ordered,
Oh,
I've shipped
talk
about it.
overseas.
No, talk about it. Like, where we going?
I had someone, and it's funny because it was someone when I was Baker's Dozen
Mhm.
to do my cards for me, my business cards, and I needed some help. So I called them on the website that I was using,
Right here,
and so the original card for the other business was that cookie that you see on the back. The whole front of it was that cookie. And the guy says, "Is this your picture?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "So you made that?" I said, "Yeah." And so he was like, "Oh my God, like it just looks so good." And so we talked a little bit, and long story short, cookies went to Sri Lanka.
Whoa, look
What
at
was
you.
you talking about? Okay, where's that at?
That's movies.
Say that again.
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Wow. Okay.
Yes. I've shipped to
That's crazy.
military bases in Alaska. Yeah. They've traveled.
So I mean, you already partially worldwide right now. I mean,
Somewhat a
But she want
little.
that storefront, like, you know, you
Yeah.
walk in
Yeah.
and she may do like, you know, a business boss thing, you know, travel, let's say spend 2 weeks on the West Coast, just visiting stores. Hey, oh my, because some people don't know the owner personally.
Right.
I heard I work here, I ain't never really met Miss Mika. And Mika
Right.
walk in, like, oh, hey,
I want
this
to
is
know,
her.
I do want to make sure, I have always said, and when I pray to God about where He wants this to go next, I want to remain hands-on. Like, I want to be so personable with my business that people actually do know me.
Protect your
That
recipes,
I do.
baby.
Oh, absolutely.
Protect those recipes.
I actually, and
No,
it's
seriously.
like I say, it's a blessing because I recently just linked up with this lady, and it was just simply from ordering something from her, and she's been on Shark Tank and successful business and all of that stuff now. And so, you know, we've developed a business friendship, and she was telling me the same thing. She said, protect your recipes and stuff like that. She said, people will try to get you by saying things like, oh, I'm allergic to this. Is this in it? Is that in it? Just so that they can know. But yeah, she's teaching me all about the trade secrets, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because I hate for you to get fucked over and like motherfuckers like, this
yeah.
this ain't rich treatery. It tastes like this shit though. What the fuck?
You got to pull an undercover boss on them.
Yeah.
So-
Like, how you do this? What y'all putting in there?
Right.
I don't know. We got to get you up out of here.
And that's probably, like I say, a part of why I don't really have a team yet, because, you know, I want to get to a point, even if it means that I'm in other places, but only I can go and make up the batches, and hey, y'all just, you know, bake it.
Yeah, don't burn this
whatever
shit.
else. Right.
Don't burn this shit. That means 7 minutes.
We'll have little instructions on
Not 17. It's supposed to be light skin cookies, not Clyde cookies.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, you might sell somewhere.
Man, them burnt ass cookies.
Now listen, because I make a cheesecake that's burnt.
There you go.
Yes.
Clyde
It
style.
is the best tasting cheesecake ever. It's called a burnt basque cheesecake.
Okay.
It is,
Wow.
I'm telling you, it is
Did
delicious.
you make that up? Or?
No, I got the recipe from a friend.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cause you hit me some stuff I ain't never heard before. You know,
Hey,
I like sweets too.
Look at the page, brother. You be like, I mean, everything look delicious. Like, you had some peach cobbler
I
things.
bought y'all some
recently.
stuff today.
Let's,
Hey.
can you show the people like on the screen what you got there? Talk us through what you got in front
Let's
of
see
you.
what we got. So we have, we got the plain chocolate chip that I absolutely do not know what tastes like. We got my Sugar Rush sugar cookie. We have got Hello Sunshine lemon cookies.
Already?
Now I have been told that those lemon cookies taste exactly like a very popular discontinued lemon cookie. I won't say no names because
Don't tell me them.
I'm not gonna say it because
Sound like them Jackson.
this is chocolate chip pecan. Then we got turtle, which I think is
Is this more than one of those?
yeah,
Good.
So I bought each of y'all.
I
Y'all each
appreciate it.
have
Yeah.
yeah.
What's in that little container?
And we getting there.
Yes, I'm
Easy,
sorry.
Tiger. We got our M&M chocolate chip sugar cookie. Rich brownies.
It's gonna be good with some milk later, boy.
Yeah. And in the containers, y'all have got turtle rich crispy treats.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey.
So yeah.
We grateful.
Got y'all a box of goodies.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that, Miss Mika.
Y'all are so welcome.
Jeez, I'm gonna go to the gym extra tomorrow. Cause that's what we told today. Yeah. Look into the house.
Man, yeah.
And my kids like, can I have something? Like,
No.
fuck no. Get your ass down. Get out my face.
Listen, these cookies, when I tell you, it is like, I swear, I don't even like to call y'all customers, like my cookie lovers, my treat lovers. When I tell you that they have me down, like I get messages sometimes 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning about they just went to the kitchen and ate a cookie or a piece of a cookie and had blessed their soul. These cookies and treats have started arguments between husbands and wives.
Oh wow.
Sneaking and hiding and not sharing and
Causing domestic disturbances in the household.
yeah, it's a blessing.
I can see that.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
my
see that.
fucking cookie.
Yeah.
Where my cookie go? I went to work for fucking 3 hours. Come back, my cookies gone.
Yeah.
Could have-
Usually,
Miss Andrea, that sound
From
familiar to you?
Yeah, exactly. She took your cookies.
Man, she ate some of mine one day, bro. I went to work.
She lied and said she didn't.
Nah, she ain't lied. She was like, yeah, I ate it. I forgot what it was though, but I came home, I was like,
it was
I'm
good,
thinking
too.
about this all day at work.
Couldn't wait to get the shit.
So wait to get home.
and it was gone.
Gone.
It was out of there when I got home. I was like, oh,
Didn't have a chance.
didn't have a chance, bro. So I definitely know what you mean on that.
Yeah.
Pop-ups, stuff like that. Where can people like find you in the near future, in a week or 2, or how often do you do pop-ups?
So I haven't done very many. I don't know if pop-ups are like a new thing or I don't know. I was not familiar with them until getting into business. So I think I've only done 2.
Yep. Okay.
My first one was with a friend of mine. Her daughter had one, and so I did it with her. My second one is with someone that I am partnered with, and I'll do. I'm gonna start doing more pop-ups there at Sephora in the Promenade.
Okay.
And I'm actually doing one today.
So now, I know you say you went through some challenges in general as far as, order size and stuff like that. I know you say in the kitchen, it's like solace. Like when I go to the gym, I'm familiar about shutting the world off. You kind of get the headphones on, I'm doing my thing. When it comes to you, like, what are you like most excited? Is it just in the kitchen, or like just like say doing your pop-ups, or like, hey, just the calls and just in general, like?
I think honestly,
are you having dreams about cooking and baking and shit?
I do, and it was for a long time. At first, it was kind of scary because I was like, I've never had these types of feelings or about anything. Like I could wake up and have to write stuff down because the idea, and I'm like, am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? Am I what? And then sometimes like it would just be so strong of an idea coming through that I'm like, okay, I've even had to pull over and write stuff down so that I, and I think for the most part, like I just get so excited when I do get an idea and it's always like a picture in my head. And what y'all see when I post it is exactly what I saw in my head, even if I've never, because like I said, like most of the stuff that you see when I post it, I've never done before. That was the first time ever.
You got it right.
So it would come out
in the lab,
exactly
right?
like I saw in my head. It would taste, like it had got so crazy to the point where like even the visions of ideas that I was having kind of came with a visual, a smell, and a taste. And so when I was done making it, it looked exactly like in my head. It smelled exactly like in my head. It tasted exactly like in my head. And I was like, Mama, I think I'm going crazy.
No, I mean, no,
You ain't going crazy.
because like what you going through is like for myself. I'm a writer, as those who know. Same thing. If I have an idea, get to my phone, write down at the house, write something down real quick, or transfer it to my computer. Whatever I need to do. I'm always thinking. I can't stop thinking about ideas. I have my nightmares. Boom, the ideas.
Yeah.
And even like from a writer, from a person who's a lyricist, well, same thing when they write their bars and stuff like that. It is. This is what you're destined to do.
It's got to be. 'Cause
No, I mean-
I was scared. I was like, Lord, I was like, Mama. Because I'm thinking like it's the stress of, contemplating at that time of leaving my job, walking away, all of that kind of stuff. Like, I'm having a mental breakdown. Like, I'm losing my mind.
But now that you've kind of gotten full time, I know you don't regret making that decision.
No, I miss, like I said, what I do because it feels like to me that everything that I've done, I was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I said, it's different. It's not, like I said, something that I ever thought that I could do because I never wanted to. Like it just was never a thought. Mika, you're gonna run a business. You're gonna have your own business.
Mm-hmm.
So after the first 40 orders, after you prayed that night, talked to God, after the first 40 orders, was your business just like consistently going up, or was it just kind of like up and down?
It was consistently going up to the point where, like, that was the Tuesday. I went to work, my last day of work that Sunday night, got home that Monday, cried like a baby. Tuesday, woke up with all those orders, and I was like, okay, what I'm supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do next? And then it was like, boom. It just seemed like everything, it's not easy, but it was easy. Like running a business and all that, because there's so much to learn, especially when you don't know any of it. But it was so easy because everything that I said, or it was like the Lord showed me that this is what you're going to do. Like it just, like those doors just open right up. Because that Tuesday, I had all those orders. I said, okay, maybe I need to make this a real business. So I think by that Thursday, and then that following Monday, I was able to see. I had all of it was
full tilt, ready to go.
And so I was like, okay, so we if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Gotcha.
Like we're gonna legally do it and all of that. So
now that you got this process going, what day do you take to go get ingredients? Are you at the store for like? I know you're gonna probably go to Sam's.
yes,
You gonna fuck with Costco's now too?
absolutely.
And so like it's like every Wednesday I'm going to the store to get my ingredients, or just like every Thursday on
Well,
weekends?
usually I do like on Sunday, because Sundays is supposed to be my only day off. But I've looked at, like how other bakeries around town and stuff do. A lot of bakeries, they're closed on Sundays and Mondays. Those are their days. But it's always something for me because besides baking, like I cook too. So if they don't want treats, they want food. And some of them want treats and food.
Damn.
So
non-stop.
it's fine.
So you post your place on the same thing too, or you kind of keep it separate?
Well, I keep it separate. Like most of the food that I cook is on my personal page and on my personal Instagram. But everything that's like Treatery, I keep those pages and just put like sweets. Now, if I make food or whatever, even though it's on my my personal page, I will still, watermark my pictures and stuff with my Treatery because, it's gonna expand.
Would you, I know you said you wanted a commercial building, but have you ever thought about doing like a Treatery food truck?
I have, and I say the commercial building, just really a commercial kitchen space. Like I have said that, oh my God, I want a bakery. Like I want people to come in and be able to sit down and eat food and eat treats and all of this. But a lot of that, like, if people don't come, then what? You still stuck with a bill and all of that. But I have considered a food truck because I was like, I could just pick up and I could go state to state and I could do this and do that or whatever else. But I really, if I did have a commercial, like a brick and mortar, it would, and I say this, but God makes that different, but I would only want it to be a commercial kitchen where I can just
Cook and sell.
make my house again,
Correct,
and not my
correct.
business,
I
and then
understand.
just cook and prep and all of that stuff out of there, even if, you know, I'm getting ready for the weekend to go somewhere on my food truck.
Gotcha. And that'll help you out in regards to overhead too, because like I said, you still don't have a big staff or worry about employees, salary, stuff like that, or hourly wages.
Yeah.
Like I said, you still cook, but of course in a bigger volume, and you still just be able to sell like you want to sell, and not worry about the headaches of just
Yes.
being around the people.
Yes.
Customer, you know, as far as the whole coming in, sitting down, shit, you know, shit can just be different.
Yeah.
That'd be dope though if you got like a little food truck to where you know just pop up at any big event and just sell out. Go re-up at the building, come back, you know,
exactly.
all that.
Exactly, and then it's just
Slide
my
them in.
own personal space.
Right.
I mean, I found that, you know, I do good. I would like I say, a big staff, all of that kind of stuff, but I have to pray about that because I like my own space. And it's not, I know that probably sounds real standout.
You guys, we gonna work well with others. I said, fuck y'all.
No,
I'm joking.
don't pet me. Don't, yeah, none of that stuff.
I'm messing.
No. But it just, you know, when you know how you want something and you want it done and you just kind of need your own personal space or whatever, like, yeah. So.
Well, before we get out of here, anything else you want people to know at home? So anybody, any shout outs you want to give out real quick?
Yeah, just to like my family that, you know, has supported me from day one, my friends that have supported me from day one. I love them. I love everybody.
Do we got any new recipes that you haven't just put out there yet that you want people to look forward to?
I have a few food items that I'm gonna be trying here in the upcoming week. So yeah.
Stay tuned. Huh?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Man,
And I always have different desserts, like just whatever my mind can think of.
And you say you post your food on your personal page.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned to the personal page. See what you got coming, y'all.
So one last time, where all they can find, follow, and look out for you.
Treatery LLC for my Facebook business page, and Rich Treatery for Instagram, www.richtreatery.com, and email, of course, is richtreatery@gmail.com.
Mika, thanks for coming through.
Thank y'all.
I'm glad it's happening, finally.
Me too. I know, finally. Listen, I've had 2 business names in 1 year, and yeah, it's been a ride, but I've enjoyed it.
I'm just amazed how that happened in a year. Like
I know.
Because it was meant to happen.
Right.
I'm shocked too.
Right. What's meant to happen, gonna happen. So.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, though.
Bobby,
That's what's up.
you already know what to do. Tell them people where they can find you, and of course, how to get to you and your business.
You can find me on Instagram at the Photo Mac. Like I said, I no longer have Facebook. I'm taking a break from that just for mental space. But you can still book me on Instagram at the Photo Mac.
And hey, last but not least, Phoenix here. You know you can find me on Facebook, Clive on the 3rd, Instagram, The Flight of the Phoenix, Twitter if you want to fuck with that too, the Phoenix 6969. This man shaking his head every time, but hey, it is what it is.
And this is my nigga right here, and I've yet to go. I don't even really be on Twitter like that, but I'm scared to go to his page though. Like,
Hey,
you never know what you're gonna see with the name.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
because hey, people who know me know what I like, and they go down on Twitter. But if you have not, you stupid. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I'm very serious. Subscribe to 501 Witty. Got
Please.
t-shirts, $15 a piece, white and black. Also, check out Chastity Thomas as far as the ladies' lounge. Episode 1 of her particular things online as well. Show some love to the ladies, and you'll see Chastity in the near future again with episode 2.
Yeah. We definitely got big things planned for Miss Chastity, man.
Yeah, shout out to Chastity Thomas. Hey, check her out too.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything we just said will be in the description box below. Hey, I'm hungry. She got me hungry with these damn treats. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. Y'all be safe, stay blessed,
And stay focused.
and go subscribe.
Yeah.
What you waiting on?
And buy some treats.
And buy some treats.
Get some fucking treats.
Subscribe and then go buy some treats. That way you can enjoy your treats while you watch us.
There you go.
Absolutely.
In the
It all
car,
works.
on the shitter. I don't give a fuck where you watch. Just watch. Much love.